Tristan, the quarterbacks flew off of this draft board faster than a buffet cleared at a fat man show. Give me the best landing spot that you think for this quarterback to make the biggest impact in 2024. I don't know that this question you intended it for it to be long-term, but I want to know 2024, what is the best landing spot?
So 2024, best landing spot is Caleb Williams, just because the amount of talent at Chicago, what they put around him, being number one, and because of the talent. There's really no reason he shouldn't succeed, right? He's got it all in front of him. So
the only problem is you look at the NFC North.
Yeah, it's stout.
Well, especially after this draft, right? Because you got J.J. McCarthy, who's just joining the Vikings, right? You got Jordan Love, who's coming to his own at Green Bay. You got Jared Goff rolling with the Lions, who, by the way, the Lions had one of the best drafts, period,
they always
this season.
Yeah.
So, it may be the best landing spot as far as like everything surrounding him. He has the best chance, the best foot forward. I mean, he's got some of the best receivers, one of the best receiving cores in the NFC North. And so with all that, but also when you look at big picture, that's a really tough division to fight in, man. Like this division went from like I would say like a B minus, maybe a C plus, all the way up to at least an A minus this draft.
Oh, you could make an argument that the NFC North is the toughest division in football right now. Before we played, you could make that argument.
You could.
But I think Williams is in a great position to succeed. Again, we'll see about Eberflus. I think long-term, the answer is J.J. McCarthy because, as I said when we talked about him, he could have gone to a situation, if he'd went to the Patriots or the Commanders, I think he crashes and burns. And I love J.J. McCarthy. I wanted him to go to the Vikings because I think Kevin O'Connell will unlock him. I just have a gut feeling that J.J. McCarthy is going to be really good in Minnesota. I don't know if it happens this year. It might be next year. But so long term, I like McCarthy to the Vikings because him under O'Connell, I think O'Connell can mold him. But right now and team-wise, Caleb Williams' talent with that roster should be competing for a playoff spot. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
We got the best landing spot out of the way. Let's talk about the worst. I assume it's going to be down between Jayden Daniels and Drake Maye. What say you?
Yeah, worst landing spot has to be Drake Maye to New England. And
that's rough.
Not even because it's Drake Maye. Any quarterback.
It's because it's New England.
Right. Whoever you draft here. If it's Caleb Williams, it's the worst landing spot. They have a terrible roster. I don't think the coaching change is going to work out. It's like they're, just doing Belichick 2.0. Nobody really knows what their plan is. I think they're going to be awful. And Drake Maye is a guy a lot of people think needs to sit for a year or two. So I think as we talked about, again, not to rehash it, I think he's going to get thrown to the wolves because the fans are going to expect it. They're going to want, hope in New England. And with that roster, with the way things are and in the AFC, it's going to be a disaster. So I hope it doesn't stunt his growth. But Drake Maye's got an uphill climb, no doubt about it.
Seems like it may, unfortunately for Drake Maye. The problem is we don't know how Mayo's going to turn out. I think, like you said, it's going to be short-lived. He may be a one-and-done type coach. And then the roster is depleted. It's terrible. Belichick ran it into the ground as GM. And I really don't know where the turning point is going to be for New England until you get pretty much a whole new office in there and burn it down and start it from the ground up, right?
Yeah. So, the turning point's not going to come this season. There's just even if everything ends up working out and they go where they need to, it's not, this is a 2 to 3 year rebuild. This is a, tear to the foundation and start over. So I just don't, you got to have, you'd be happy if you win 5 games this year.